for joining me for a CTO conversation. Today I'm talking to Phil Fisichella, who is one of the enterprise architects here at Evolving Solutions. Phil does work with all of our clients around making sure that we're well aligned with their business strategy. And so one of the things I wanted to ask you today, Phil, and I appreciate you taking the time, is from your perspective, why has hybrid cloud become sort of the default architecture for a lot of our clients? And does that work better for some clients than others?
Sure. It's really the default because the way I see it is there's a lot of legacy applications that still need to be accounted for. Not everything can just move to the cloud easily, or does it make sense from a cost perspective
Sure.
to just move to the cloud? So having some of those legacy applications, maybe some technical debt, still sit within your own four walls makes a lot of sense, whereas newer environments or cloud-ready environments can easily be moved and adapted to the cloud. Let me make sure I emphasize that, adapted for the cloud. You don't want to just pick up and put into the cloud if it's not ready or capable with containers or even automated, because then the cost becomes a little bit too high to run in the cloud. Also, workloads that require low latency for other local infrastructure applications are still relevant to be kept on site as opposed to put in the cloud at first. It's a moving target though, and it's as pieces are being developed and as initiatives are coming to the forefront with priorities. A lot of times it's a cloud first mentality, but still that hybrid cloud just makes sense right now.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I mean, one of the things I've seen that's actually been true for the last 15 or 20 years is it still comes down to your application portfolio and being able to sort of make sure that you're making the right choices for your application portfolio and the value those applications are delivering to your business. And then, being able to make those platforming choices based off of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the second half of that question too is, I don't really see any specific verticals that benefit one way or the other. It's really the culture and really how long have you been in business? What's your technical debt? A lot of companies that are born in the cloud, sure, makes a lot of sense because it's been developed that way. To your point, from an application portfolio, it's been developed that way and it makes a lot more sense.
No, absolutely. So based off of that and some of the clients conversations you've had over the last couple of years, what kind of advice would you give to organizations that are making the move to hybrid cloud?
Don't jump in with both feet. Make sure you know what you're getting into. Make sure you're reviewing your requirements. Make sure that you're not starting with something big. It really makes sense to start small, have some lessons learned. And by doing it in a small way, then you can adapt to more larger and larger application environments to migrate to the cloud, or even have portions in the cloud and portions on-prem in that hybrid cloud. But it's always start a little bit smaller. Don't do a complete rewrite. Really understand what you're getting into, evaluate your options, and absolutely have some experts that are cloud agnostic. And what I mean by that is not, talking to a specific vendor about their product. Yes, that needs to happen, but you really want that cloud agnostic consultation, because your applications may actually work better in one cloud versus the other, and it really depends on that portfolio. So start small, build from there, lessons learned, and keep moving things forward.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more about trying to find a sort of a third party to help you make some informed choices, especially with all the sort of the variety of capabilities that are available in some of the different public clouds. I mean, there was the recent DORA report really highlighted the fact that people are choosing multiple clouds. Their highest reason for choosing more than one cloud is because of the variety of things that can be done, the services that are available in different clouds, and making sure that they're aligning what they want to accomplish for their business with the cloud of their choice. So absolutely seeing more and more of that.
Absolutely, which also brings into Spotlight hybrid multi-cloud.
Yep.
As long as the management interfaces make it so that the end user or the developer, they could care less where it is, as long as it looks the same, feels the same, and from a sysadmin perspective, it's all managed the same. Having that overarching tool or dashboard makes a lot of sense, because then just looks all the same and it works.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thanks for taking the time and talking with me today, Phil. I appreciate it, and we'll look forward to talking to you again soon.
Absolutely. Thanks for your time, Michael, and thanks everyone else.